On my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good, touch my swag, this shit cool, I look fly, I look good.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue and I am back for another Love and Hip Hop Atlanta review. So let's just get right into my notes. Young Jock, why don't you have a house? How is this house not a home? What's happening? Why do you have nowhere to stay? Why do you not have an apartment? Why do you not have a house at this point? I'm just saying, you were on the Forbes list, correct? You supposed to be clocking major figures, okay? But I guess it was all a bunch of bullshit, okay? Shout out to Sprung, okay? I'm trying to understand that situation right there. So while he's sleeping his dirty ass on Rashida's couch, because that's how he looked when she woke him up, okay? That's how the nigga looked, okay? He tries to get her to go and talk to KD on his behalf so that he can have a place to stay that's not a sofa. So we all know Rashida's trying to open her business. She finally did open her business. It's called Pressed, okay? I don't know which, Atlanta mall it's in. There are a bunch of them, but I'm sure you can Google it and find out, or hit her up on her Instagram where she only wears her clothes, okay? You better fucking do it, Rashida. Thank you for finally getting that store, because we were so tired about hearing how you just couldn't get your store and Kirk wouldn't let you get your store out your own fucking money. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just an annoyance to me. Okay, thank you. So Rashida's looking for a building, and she goes to talk to KD and talks about how girl look. Okay, like I ain't trying to get in between no grown folks' business, but he miss you. Okay, he miss you, and you know how you see that look in a man's eyes when you know he didn't really, he didn't messed up, and he can admit that. I think that's where he is right now. Now, I don't know what he doing when he ain't by me, but I know he been by me for the past couple of days. So KD is like, you know what, Rashida, that's not your responsibility. And that's okay. But you know what? I can't even think about seeing him right now. But I love his dirty drawers. And I'm like, see, I love that saying, because that says a lot. It says a ton. You love somebody's dirty drawers. Like, that means you love the nastiest part of that person. And KD, we can obviously see that throughout all of the nastiness. I mean, from the sucking of the toes to the bird baths every 2 days, Young Jock gives you the nasty. And you love it. Yes. But like, I'm sorry. I believe that men should love women's dirty drawers, okay? Sniff them. Get you some. I don't want to love a man's dirty drawers, okay? No, thank you. Okay, essentially that's counterproductive. I'm not here for that. Anyway, so after Rashida and KD had their talk, Jock and KD go and sit down for lunch, okay? He got the hoodie on. He all depressed. He all sad. He pulling out chairs and shit, and begins to grovel and tell her how much he's missed her, how much he loves her, how much he knows he messed up, and he'll do whatever he gotta do to get her back. Okay? He said, I am steadfast on getting that ass back. And I'm like, you know what, Young Jock? You better use your rhyming skills for something, because we ain't heard a song in a minute. But go ahead and do that. Alright? Now, I can see what this situation is. To me, it really does seem like you ain't got no money and you want to be with her because she's a comfortable fit. Not saying you don't really have feelings and emotions for somebody, because I don't think you would be with her if you didn't. But goddamn, I mean, treat her right then. Don't cheat on her. Stop fucking your other baby moms. You know what the vagina like. Like, why you gotta act like it's brand new? I'm just saying, all that going back and forth, and Rashida was right, okay? If your harem would stop letting you zip it and zoo it back and forth in between them, and you can't tell me that Cena is the only one getting deep. She's just the only one that's trying to argue about it. Everybody else is silently taking their penis and moving about their day, okay? Like, she's the only one that has to have the grandma gums yapping and going the fuck off about how he needs to come and be with his family as she sits down with his other 3 baby mamas and his wife, okay? Like, girl, down and yeah, right. I mean, 2 baby mamas and a wife. I'm sorry. I corrected myself. Sorry about that, Alex. She tells him that regardless of all of his begging and trying to please somebody, she's not ready for that. She's not ready yet. She's not ready for him to come home. And here again with the fucking bondage. He pulls out some kinky handcuffs talking about, you know what you can do? You can sign me up every night and I ain't gonna go nowhere. Let me tell you something, nigga. If I gotta handcuff you to the bed for you not to leave, we don't need to be together. KD handcuffs him to the table and asks him a few questions because she wants to know, did he screw Cena? Because she know that he been gone for more than 4 days. So where else you been staying at? And he admits that he stayed at Cena's house, and when she asked, did he sleep with Cena, he chose to plead the physical. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 physical. So she decided to throw her drinks all over him, as you broads normally do. Let me tell you something. I'm not throwing my libations on you, but I will throw my fist upon thy face. Okay? I will do that. And in public, depending on what the situation is, I will embarrass the both of us and then make you feel bad for making me embarrass us. That's what I do. But she had cuffed his ass to the table and then walked the fuck off. And I'm like, girl, what is with you and leaving him in bondage? Like, that's why he don't want to be with you now. It's too much like clank clank. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to feel like that? Just like a time meets up with Zorn. And Zorn, as I said, the last time I spoke of you, who needs enemies when you have friends like you? Okay? I don't know if you ever proclaimed yourself to be Mimi's friend, but you down bizad, okay? The way she gonna try to steal Jessica Dime in her lackluster almost career, child. The real shit is you want to be a music artist and you gonna hook up with Dawn. Dawn is going to trick you off to every club and every event that she can find in the immediate vicinity of Atlanta or any other state that wants to take your ass for a night. Okay, and have you be at that, you know, shit, shaking your ass, basically low-key stripping, but for more money, whatever. I don't know how much you made at, you know, King of Diamonds or whatever club that was, you know, you was in Miami. But she's gonna trick you out for that event money, okay? It ain't about the music. Mimi has a lot of things going on right now, and maybe a management company is not exactly what should be on her mind. She should be still working on that cleaning business and getting her mind, body, and soul together. Bitch, take a vacation, go on a retreat, get your life together, okay? That's what you need to do instead of trying to manage somebody, especially somebody like Jessica Dime. Girl, bye. Okay, I'm on Johnson's side on that one. Girl, bye. Okay, not to say you don't have talent, but a bitch ain't seen it, okay? I ain't seen it, okay? All I seen is a whole lot of ass that I don't believe is necessarily real, okay? I don't necessarily, you know, believe it's the original ass you came up with. But Dawn is trying to poach her, telling her she gonna have her set, studio time, events, 5,000 and 7,500 nights. Jessica Dime meets up at the pool with Carly Red so they can have some tits and some ass scenes going on around here. Okay, and why is everything on her so gargantuan? Goddamn, her titties was flotation devices if I'd ever seen any in my life. And Carly, which you're just all excited to be their ass, like I just don't know. Oh my God, oh girl, let's see. Girl, spill it and stop. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell y'all what happened in this conversation. Jessica Dime feel like if Jocelyn is fucking with her career by prohibiting Stevie J from working with her, it's gonna be a motherfucking problem. Okay, it's gonna be, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. It's gonna be an issue, okay? Because what everybody don't know, and I'm like, bitch, yes, we did know that, is that she used to eat the box. Basically saying that Jocelyn would pay her for sex. To, you know, have sex with her in front of Stevie, but we already knew that. I might have remember somebody bringing that up the first or second season about, and I think it might have been Jocelyn who said that he would have sex, or he didn't, you know, had sex with her friends, or her and her friends that had sex in front of him. This ain't no secret. This is something that we've all heard and we know about. Now we can just put a face to the story, Jessica Dime, or an ass for that matter. But I ain't gonna lie, I want to see you hoes fight. And I want to see you hoes fuck. I'm sorry. Time out. Can I just be me for a second? Look, let me tell you something right now. If there's any sex tape on Love and Hip Hop that I would rather see, it's between Jocelyn and Jessica Dime. Bitch, I want to see it. Where's it at? I pay for it. If I want it, I'm very seldom about to come out with a pocket for the drawers and the king of the stop, bitch. I got bras. So, of course, because Carly Red getting all this juice, all this tea about what really happened between Jessica Dime and why she doesn't really, Jocelyn doesn't really want her around Stevie, is because they've obviously had some type of interaction before. Okay, Scissors watching with Dick Hard. He might want to taste it, he hasn't. Okay, and you can't tell me that he hasn't, but obviously not enough because she can't use him as a contact or producer. So Jocelyn and her gotta meet up, okay? But first, Carly Rae gotta tell her all the tea. But y'all, I don't even feel like going through that. I'm just gonna go straight to when Jocelyn and that girl meet up, because that's all I really cares about. Okay, I'm tired of these little, you know, intermediate scenes with Carly Rae. I don't care. So Jocelyn told Carly Rae, that bitch looking for me, you tell her come see me. Jocelyn admitted to everything. Yes, that's what I did, but guess what? She my bitch. Let me tell you something about this Dime Penny. Let me tell you something about Dime Penny, okay? Let me tell you something about this whole ass bitch, okay? Yeah, she my bitch. I pay her, and you know what she do? She lick my pussy and I lick hers, and it is what it is. She pay when she do what I tell her to do, okay? And I ain't really have to pay her, but I threw her the money because she broke and she needed it. And I'm like, oh, who gonna play their friend like that? So Jessica thought she was showing up to the studio with some tea, but she showed up in booty shorts, and I'm like, are you hoes gonna fight or fuck? I hope it's both. But I get mad because as soon as they pop off, I see security come in, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. We finally get Jocelyn a worthy opponent, and y'all want to send security in off rip before anybody even walked around the piano to see what the beef was really hitting for? Y'all, I was so upset about that. If I ever wanted to see anybody fight in my motherfucking life on Love and Hip Hop ATL, is them two tall, strong looking bitches right there. I want to see it go down. And then hopefully they'll make out after. Okay, I'm saying everybody wins. Moving along, y'all, because we got to wait till the next episode to find out what happens between them two and their ultimacation, okay? Amy and Arian, the two other secret lesbians on the show. Fucking slow-mo hug and shit. Silly, Nelly, you and me, a snapper boy, my kids, ain't no ocean, ain't no sea, my kids. What the fuck going on between Arian and motherfucking Mimi? Anyway, y'all know they had their little big blowout fight last episode. So this episode, Mimi goes over to make peace with Arian, okay? And they basically talk about the situation, and she tells Arian that she didn't tell her what happened because she's judgy. And Arian's like, I'm not judgy. Can you really? You didn't trust me to tell me the truth, Mimi? Oh my God. Okay, I have an opinion. I'm opinionated. Okay, but you felt very strongly about him, and I knew as soon as I told you what happened, you would be like, yeah, I told you so, and I didn't want to hear that shit. So let's be clear. She didn't say it, but I had to do it. I'm sorry. Let's be clear, okay? I love you. You're my friend, okay? And we can get past this. And you know what? They're going to get past it because that's what friends do. And Arian lets her know that she ain't about to let no goddamn Margot get in between them. Because Margot believe her husband of 10 years and Arian believe her friend, and then it is what it is. But I feel like it ain't about believing shit. If everybody paying attention to what the fuck is going on, Nico is grimy from all fucking angles. And especially from Margot's. But she's stupid. So we're going to get to that in a minute. Y'all, for people that like Margot, I don't know what y'all see. Like I know everybody, like I was going back and forth with somebody in the comments about Mimi and them thinking that Mimi was the mastermind, and I just don't understand how somebody that always look dumb is the mastermind to anything. But I'm gonna go ahead and let it play out because I really don't give a fuck at the end of the day, at least not to be going back and forth in the comments. My opinion is that I feel like Mimi said just what she did. I lied about the tape being stolen. But no, when I first made it, I didn't think that we were going to be selling it to anybody. But hey, I was feeling myself. I was feeling like shit. I was being stupid. I was in my feelings. You know, however she might have been feeling, that would have made her make a stupid decision like that. I don't see y'all question the fuck out nobody else. They got a sex tape. Bitch, all y'all stupid as far as I'm concerned, because only white bitches get to live that shit down. If you notice, black women, we have the hardest time living a sex tape down. I'm telling you. That's some bullshit. Colorism. Act like it's not real. I'm just saying. You notice that, right? Y'all, I mean, as much as people say things about Kim Kardashian, that does not stop her from prospering to a certain level that other people who have done the same thing could not get to. For instance, Corinne Stephens. Oh, she wrote a book. Doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. Same basic lifestyle. Fucking famous niggas and getting rich doing it. And, you know, being an attention whore. It's all the same shit. So, Arian is having a housewarming party. And she invited Margot and Mimi. How the fuck you have a housewarming party and only invite 2 people? Girl, whatever. I'm gonna leave it and let it go. Because we already know that this was a setup scene. And I'm tired of seeing Margot and Mimi interact, but I'm glad we got to see this last interaction so everybody can see who's really fucking crazy. Because everybody wants to put it on Mimi like she the one that be spazzing out. So they sat down. And what the fuck is with the orange hair and the bang, bitch? I'm gone, I'm dead, I can't live. Mimi is like, she doesn't understand what else is the problem. She's admitted it. She doesn't understand what else Margot has a problem with. And Margot is mad because she's been dragged into this situation that she had absolutely nothing to do with. She doesn't respect Mimi because Mimi's a loser. Okay, Mimi's a loser. And I'm like, bitch, you want to talk. You married that nigga. She just fucked him and made him tape with him. But you actually are legally binded to this nigga. And y'all make me understand what Margot's argument actually was. Make me understand it. Because if you're trying to tell somebody what they did was wrong by making a sex tape with your married husband, that's what she kept saying. But then you say, we weren't together, Mimi. That's why he didn't tell you, because we weren't together. Bitch, y'all are married. It ain't boyfriend and girlfriend. It don't matter if y'all don't live together. If y'all are legally married, that's something he should have told her. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. So the fact that you even saying this shit, I'm like, Margot, what the fuck are you talking about? So you not mad that he was married doing this shit. But you mad at Mimi. But you not mad because y'all wasn't together. But you mad at Mimi because she doesn't respect herself. Why do you care? Y'all don't know each other. Like, I'm really trying to understand what the fuck Margot's problem essentially really is. It seemed like as soon as Mimi said some shit that might have been true, she started to get real indignant, and then Mimi's a loser and stupid and she doesn't respect her and all of that shit. Mimi said every time Nico went to New York, he was meeting up with you. And then this bitch gonna say, you made it personal, Mimi. And she said, I made it personal. No, baby, your husband made it personal when he was lying about you. And I'm like, bitch, it's all personal. What are y'all talking about? I mean, what? I'm like, that almost sounds like they was both saying this was supposed to be a business transaction, bitch, and you got in your feelings. Like, I was like solely sitting here like they are cutting that conversation up in a way that made it so hard to understand what the fuck was anybody talking about. But essentially, Arian just tells her she needs to go because she was doing too much. Arian didn't like the way Margot came off. Margot didn't like the way Arian came off. But I feel like, bitch, you the one in her house jumping off, acting all fucking ignorant, going ham about another bitch that you so-called, you know, you don't dislike them, but you showing the fuck upset and want to tell them, you know, so much about themselves. I really feel like Margot, when you talk to Mimi the way you do, you talking to a mirror. Like, you talking to your damn self. Because ultimately, bitch, you marry that nigga. And you on this TV show being a wife that wasn't really with the husband, but he made a sex tape with another chick like he wasn't married to nobody, then didn't tell a bitch. He totally fucked over you in this situation by not acknowledging you to her and then making a sex tape on top of that, then being on television in front of millions of people on top of that. So to me, I kind of feel like you got the bump end of the stick in this situation, and you either know it and want to take it out on Mimi, or you don't really realize it because you still so on Nico's side, which is fucking exhausting. Nico ain't even on his side that goddamn much. Y'all, Tony ain't doing shit for Kalina, so she follows Rashida's advice and goes to see my girl Deb Andy, okay? And Deb said, well, if you really want to do this, I need for you to get the appropriate paperwork. Have him sign it. And what is his position going to be once I become your manager? You know, he gonna be there, he gonna be around. Well, I don't know how I feel about that. You know, I'll be your manager. Why can't he just be your husband? Just be your husband. So she get the papers and she take them to Tony, and I guess she thought Tony was gonna be like, man, I ain't signing that shit, man. Tony was like, so this what you wanna do? You wanna go fuck with Dad Bad? And really that's what you wanna do? Okay, I'll sign the bitches. And as soon as he started to write, she was, you really wanna sign that shit? Man, I hate you, bro. I fucking hate you, bro. You got time to do clubs and work with everybody else, but you can't listen to my music? That's fucked up. I got a baby. I'm trying to make shit happen. My fucking album gonna be popping, and you out here bullshitting and pussyfooting and pushing me aside and acting like I don't fucking matter. As your wife, you ain't coming home till 10 o'clock in the morning, and as your motherfucking artist, you ain't listening to my music. You fucking up on all fronts when it come to Kalina, Tony. So for me, ain't rap nigga named Tony need to calm the fuck down because he the one that's tripping. Let me tell you something. When Kalina first came came on Love and Hip Hop, I was like, she better be coming out with some music, because that's the only reason I can see her, reason why I would see her being on this show. Now I understand that y'all money was low and it was a good opportunity for her to showcase herself as Kalina instead of being a part of, you know, Kalina Dirty Money. Fine, we glad. I like to see your personality, Kalina, because I like you. But I also feel like if you don't put out some fucking music before your 3rd season on this show, you ain't no better than nobody else on this show that ain't doing shit with their musical talent, but on here, you know, showcasing their personal fucking business. And that's all well and good if that's what you want to do, but I didn't think that's what somebody of Kalina's caliber wanted to do. I know y'all may, you know, a lot of people don't think highly of her because she was a part of Dirty Money, but when you find out her writing credits, which I was already aware of previous to the show, and knowing how influential she was in the music making process of Dirty Money, it wasn't just like, oh, she's just background singing. No, bitch was writing and producing, therefore making more money than most artists make. Okay, and having more of a foot in the music industry to write for other people and still make your paper. Okay, still make that bread. So for me, like, I'm just so disappointed in where this is going for Kalina, because I just saw her doing so much better and I like her music, some of the stuff that I did hear. So for Tony and anybody else that's not putting out her fucking album as soon as it's finished, y'all fucking up and y'all stupid. Okay, you guys, that's all that happened on Love and Hip Hop. I was really trying to get through this video fast, y'all. I've had, like, oh my god, I had to help my mom move Sunday, so I didn't get to sleep until 7:30. I go to work in the AM, and I mean 3 AM. So, you know, that wasn't cool. And then I had to go all the way back to Baton Rouge yesterday. And when I came back, it was late. And I still only got a couple of hours of sleep that I tossed and turned the whole night. And then there's a new set at work and we're doing the most. And it's just, y'all, it's been trying to get my videos out and find the energy. So, this is a special I love you, my subbies video, because Lord Jesus knows it wasn't about to be here, okay? So I love y'all, and I want y'all to know that I really love y'all, and I could have stopped, but I didn't because I love y'all. So like, comment, and subscribe, and share, and come back for power if that's your cup of tea.
Oh my